This is Pete Edochie, and this is Kanayo. What is the difference? Pete Edochie is the Nollywood legend, famous for playing tyrannical kings, cult leaders, and wicked patriarchs. Kanayo is the Nollywood legend, famous for playing ritualists, occult members, and wicked uncles chasing blood money. Both men have terrified Nigerian audiences for decades, but today we're judging them purely on one thing: who was more wicked on screen? Pete Edochie built his villainy on power and tradition, and Kanayo built his villainy on greed and the occult. What is the difference? Edochie's wicked characters usually already had everything: a throne, a title, a compound full of wives and servants, and used tradition itself as a weapon to destroy anyone who crossed him. Kanayo's wicked characters were usually chasing something: money, status, power, and were willing to sacrifice anyone, even family, to get it. Pete Edochie's wickedness terrified people with his voice, and Kanayo's terrified people with his transformation. What is the difference? Edochie's evil rarely needed shouting. That deep, calm, proverb-loaded voice alone was enough to make an entire village room go silent, because you knew whatever he said next was going to destroy someone. Kanayo's fear came from the switch. One scene, he's your regular wealthy uncle, warm and friendly, and the next scene, he's standing in a shrine surrounded by red cloth, about to offer somebody's life for wealth. Pete Edochie's most iconic wicked scenes happen on a throne, and Kanayo's most iconic wicked scenes happen in a shrine. What is the difference? One built his terror from a position of public authority, a king who could ruin your life with a single decree. The other built his terror from secrecy, a ritualist whose true face only came out behind closed doors, which arguably made him scarier because you never saw it coming. Pete Edochie earned his reputation as a versatile actor, and Kanayo earned his reputation as the undisputed king of one specific role. What is the difference? Edochie could switch between playing a wicked king in one movie and a gentle, wise grandfather in the next, and audiences believed both completely. Kanayo, on the other hand, became so associated with the ritualist role that he is still referred to online as the king of that character, to the point where clips of his cult scenes trend on TikTok years later. Pete Edochie's wickedness still gets quoted for wisdom, and Kanayo's wickedness still gets quoted for comedy. What is the difference? People still repeat Edochie's proverb-filled lines from his villain roles as if they are words of wisdom, even though the character delivering them was pure evil. People still repeat Kanayo's ritual movie lines as internet jokes and memes, taking something that was meant to scare a whole generation and turning it into pure comic relief. So after all that, who scared you more growing up? A wicked king who could destroy your entire village with one word, or a wicked uncle who could sacrifice your own family for money without blinking? If you think Pete Edochie's wickedness was scarier, comment Igwe in the comments. If you think Kanayo's ritualist energy was more terrifying, comment KOK in the comments. Tag a friend who grew up scared of both of them. Hit follow for more of this, and share this with someone who needs to relive their childhood fear. I will see you in the next video. Bye.